All right, ladies, here's the finished product, or the where I am currently on my my truck build. This is again a 2005 Nissan Frontier, 4x4. When I got it, it was completely stock. Looked like junk, but with just a little bit of work, got it looking fairly decent. I've still got a lot more that I want to do to it long term, but some of the stuff I had to do just to get something on the books now, and get it the way how I wanted it to look currently, and still be able to take the family and the kids out to the trails and fishing and things I wanted to do with the kids. We actually just got back a couple hours ago, me and a couple buddies, and the girls took it out in the mud, did some hill climbs and some mud, and got back and just washed it up. So figure I would do a quick walk around of the update on the truck. Here she is. I decided to plasti dip the front bumper. Came out okay. I took off all that weird looking plastic stuff. So the bumper is completely plasti dipped. The fog lamps, the grill is plasti dipped. The headlights, I do want the LEDs, but in the meantime I just basically put these in the oven, broke them apart, and painted the inside. Kind of just blacked them out a little bit for now, until I decide if I want to go the LED route or whatever. So that's what I did to the headlights. The grill is plasti dipped as well. So we'll see how that goes. I got mixed opinions on it so far, but we'll see. There's the wheels and tires. The tires are Thunder Track Mud Terrain 33s, or 285 70R 16s. So those are 33s on the wheel. Just the wheels, I'm sorry, the tires lifted it about an inch, inch and a half actually. Then I got a 3-inch lift kit up front and a 2-inch in the back. So it's got a little rake to it. The front's a little bit higher. So again, 3-inch in the front and 2-inch in the back. Shackles in the back, and the front is a spacer kit. Originally I wanted to do like a true suspension lift, but just I would have blown through my whole budget just on suspension. So I'd have a stock truck with stock wheels with high suspension. So I think for what I'm doing now, it's gonna work. I'm probably gonna roll the spacer kit probably for 2 or 3 months, and then eventually I'll get some good custom shocks up front and do a true suspension lift for this thing. Because I did want the upper control arms. There's the upper control arms there. Those things are pretty awesome, a lot more beefier than the stock ones, and it has the true bolt, the grade A bolt that comes through all the way into your knuckle. And it passes all the way through, one grade A bolt all the way through. There were some funky ones that have a bolt that coming from the bottom and coming from the top, and they kind of meet somewhere. Those just didn't sound too good to me, so I went with those upper control arms. So now that I have the true upper control arms, that'll give me some leeway to play around with the suspension and get the suspension done how I want it. So, and just some decals, a distress flag. And there's some more decals. Rear, put in some aftermarket tail lights, kind of murdered them out a little bit. I got a third LED brake light coming here soon. I painted the bumper. I don't like chrome. I don't like anything shiny or flashy. So if you notice, the theme of the truck is nothing shiny or flashy. So it's I don't like any kind of shine or bling. I even took off the emblems here, got rid of that thing. Don't need any emblems. So overall, for the money that I wanted to spend, it's not a bad product, a finished product. My dash, or my center dash bezel, was all cracked in here. It took me a long time to find a replacement bezel that goes all the way around. So I was able to find one. Pretty expensive, but you know, I did not want to be driving around with a crashed or cracked. Had big open cracks in here. So in the meantime, I got to get rid of this aftermarket stereo. I don't like that thing at all, so get rid of that soon. But there she is. Just a little bit of work. Came out looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Fairly pleased with it. It'll get me around and get the kids out to the trails, and looking pretty good. So again, I got a lot more planned for it, but this will probably get me over for the next 2 or 3, 4 months until I decide to really do the true suspension up front, and whatever else I decide to do with the headlights and here and there some LEDs and all that stuff. So but there she is. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, because of the 33 mud terrains, I did have to do a body chop here. You see, I took a little bit of material off of the lower part of the fender. So that was pretty easy. Just take my grinder, cut open into it a little bit, and other than that, oh, another thing, because of the 3-inch lift up front, you will have to do the camber bolts there on the lower control arms. Once I did the lift kit, I took it into the alignment shop, and we ordered up the camber bolts and did the alignment and everything. So you will have to do that if you're doing a lift kit, and those camber bolts help them adjust camber in the front suspension, so they can get the alignment true. So there she is. Not too bad. I'm really happy with the truck. Again, took it out today. Me and about 3 of my buddies did some mud bogging and out there in the fields, just having some fun, good old time. Took the kids out, they rode the little pit bikes, and great day. So just got back and got it all cleaned up. So there she is. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Thanks, ladies. All right, so got the aftermarket upper control arms in. These are designed for the 3-inch lift kit. It was not easy. It for sure is not a simple bolt-on. Fairly time-consuming and not easy at all. I had to take my grinder and file a good portion of the bushing off of each side to get it to fit. I also had to take my hand file, and on the little frame mount here, it has these 2 little notches that you're gonna have to grind down as well. I don't know what the notches are for, but there's 2 of them there, and there's 2 of them right here. So you have to take your file, grind those down, and then after that I had to take my my grinder and grind a little bit of the bushing off on each side to get that thing to mount up. So there it is, all mounted up. And also it replaces this ball joint with this ball joint, which is a lot newer style, a little bit stronger. And you have to put these mounts to mount your spindle to your upper control arm. So should have that done here in a couple minutes. I did have to use this bad boy to get that damn spindle off. It was stuck on there, seized on there pretty good, but was able to get it off. So stand by. One of the things I wanted to go over is why the need to have the aftermarket upper control arm if you're doing a 3-inch spacer lift. The reason is because my OEM one, before I put this on my OEM control arm was sitting right here on the top of the strut tower. There was metal to metal, it was sitting right here. The aftermarket control arm, designed for the lift kit, clears it by a good 1/2 inch. Plus it has a bump stop just in case it ever makes contact. Has a bump stop on top, but this was sitting right here with the OEM upper control arm. So this aftermarket control arm completely clears it, the shock tower, the strut tower. So that's the reason why you need it. Plus it has Zerk fittings there and there to keep those lubricated and moving like they're supposed to. So pretty good stuff. It's time for a little break. I am definitely dehydrated, so need a little hydration. So got the bumper torn down, deciding what I want to do with it. I for sure will not be keeping this plastic toy looking thing. It's a cool little steel bumper, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna sand it down and probably paint it. At first I was gonna use regular like roll bar paint, but I think I might plasti dip it. The reason is because a lot of rocks and chips are gonna hit it as you're driving, and eventually that paint will chip. And I don't mind taking it off, sanding it down, repainting it again. But I think if I try the plasti dip, that plasti dip holds pretty good to rocks and everything like that. So I might try that. We'll see how that comes out. I'm also gonna take my tools and cut these off because I won't be using those anymore. I might even cut this off because that all holds that plastic toy looking thing. So glad I got the steel bumper. Be painting this up or plasti dipping it, and it should be cool. And gotta get back to my 15-minute hydration break.